Hello friends, how are you? I hope you all are doing great. So let's continue with our discussion on job costing. A very simple chapter, as we have already discussed in the last part. There is nothing new in this chapter. What we have to know is we have to just prepare the cost sheet for a particular job, right? And we took some of the examples also in the last lecture that XYZ Limited received 3 orders ABC, right? So all these 3 orders, individual orders, are the particular jobs that they have to execute, right? So there is nothing much in this chapter, very simple, but the only thing is that the practical sums are to be done very carefully, as we have seen in the question number 1 also that we have done, right? So what we are going to do in this lecture is again the practical questions we are going to continue with. We'll be doing question number 2, right? So before that, if you have not subscribed to the channel, guys, do subscribe it and press the bell icon. Otherwise, you are going to miss out on the important topics and the important updates that we give from time to time regarding the courses, right? So do subscribe the channel, press the bell icon. Very important for you people, and share these lectures, maximum sharing with the people who can take the benefit, right? These are absolutely free of cost, and all those who are interested, who want the additional benefit, they can go for the ICI Study Mat series available on our mobile app, right? Plus the handbooks that are available on our website also, and the soft copy on our mobile app also, right? That will definitely give you some additional benefit, right? If you have to score 40-50 marks, that will fetch you 60 to 70 marks. That is our guarantee, right? Plus you will get full query support for that. Okay, now let's start with question number 2, and in this lecture we'll be doing only this question number 2 only, and in the next one, question number 3, with that we'll end this chapter, right? Let's read question number 2. A shop floor supervisor at a small factory presented the following cost for the job number 421 to determine the selling price. So this is the information regarding the cost that has been provided by a supervisor for a particular job, right? Material 70 rupees, direct wages total 18 hours at the rate of 2.5 rupees per hour, right? And this is the bifurcation of 18 hours. In the department X 8 hours, department Y 6 hours, and department Z 4 hours, right? So this is the bifurcation for these 18 hours. Clear? Chargeable expenses, special store item, these are direct expenses, right? 5 rupees, total 120, add 33 1.3% for the overheads 40 rupees, total cost is 160. Analysis of the profit and loss account for the 2004 shows the following. Now this is what is the actual figures, right? Sales less return 2,50,000, material used 1,50,000, direct wages is value is given to us, right? Then special store items is given, overheads value is given to us, total cost, gross profit, selling expenses, net profit. It is noted that the average hourly rates for the 3 departments are similar. Sir, what is meant by hourly rates? That means that is related to somewhere wages, right? So hourly rate means the rate which was given here 2.5, it is same for all the departments X, Y and Z. Hourly rate, that is the rate for 1 hour of working, that is 2.5 given to us. He says that it is same for all the departments. Now required, draw up a job cost sheet, calculate the entire revised cost using 2004 actual figures as the basis, add 20% to the cost to determine the selling price. Now what is the requirement of the question? The question says that you have to use this data, this 2004 data, right? And based on this data, you have to reframe this job cost sheet, right? This is provided by a floor supervisor. He is not a chartered accountant, but you people are the chartered or the cost accountants. Now the company wants that you should redraw this cost sheet. The company is feeling that this cost sheet provided by the supervisor is not accurate, is not good, right? Is not as per the norms. So what they have done is they are asking you people to redraw this cost sheet, right? Based on these figures of 2004, right? So that means first what you will have to do is you will have to prepare the cost sheet from this data, right? After that, based on that cost sheet, we are going to redraw this cost sheet. Are you getting the point? Right? So first what you will do is, first we will prepare the cost sheet of 2004, which is given to us. Now based on that cost sheet, then we are going to prepare the jobs, this job cost sheet, right? Now see, one major discrepancy in this job cost sheet that is provided by the floor supervisor is this overheads part. Sir, how has he calculated 33 1.3%? What is the base for that? What is the base for that? Nothing. We have already studied about the overheads. That overheads we have to recover, we have to absorb on some basis. Whether it is the labor hours, or it is the machine hours, or it is the material percentage, or it is the prime cost, right? So we have to absorb overheads on some basis. Now on what basis he is saying that you should add 33 1.3%? There is no base for that, right? It is just based on judgment. So that is one major discrepancy from the costing point of view. Clear? Now I'll ask you a very simple question. Sir, if you are a chartered accountant, you are a cost accountant, and you are asked to prepare this, on what basis you are going to absorb the overheads? Depending upon the information that is given in the question, on what basis, right? Listen to it very carefully what I'm saying. I'm saying on what basis you are going to absorb the overheads? On the basis of material or on the basis of labor hours? You have only two things, one is material, one is labor hours. So what do you think? On what basis you are going to absorb the overheads? Sir, we are going to absorb overheads on the basis of labor hours. Right? On the basis of labor hours, we are going to absorb the overheads, right? Which was not done by the floor supervisor. Sir, it is very much genuine because he is not a chartered accountant or a cost accountant, right? He is not a professional. So he, based on his judgment, added 33 1.3% of the for the overheads without any basis, which is absolutely wrong. So first let's prepare the cost sheet for 2004, right? Actual cost sheet. Question number 2. So what we are going to do is prepare the cost sheet for 2004 actuals. Right? So we have particulars and amount. Right, sir. So first thing that we have to take is direct material cost. Direct material cost. Right? That is given to you as 1,50,000. This one. 1,50,000. Then we have direct wages. Right? This is now direct wages is for department wise. Department X, Department Y and Department Z. What is the values given to you? 10, 12 and 8. It is given as 10,000, 12,000 and 8,000. Right? So total is 30,000. Now, the question says that the hourly rates for the three departments are similar. Right? So that means this figure is calculated by multiplying the number of hours with 2.5. Right? So that means here if we want to find out the number of hours, right? 2.5 multiplied by 2.5 multiplied by 2.5 multiplied by. Now what you have to find out is the number of hours. How you are going to calculate that? 10,000 divided by 2.5 will give you what? The number of hours, that is 4,000 hours. 4800 hours, right, and 3200 hours. Any doubts in this point? Sir, the hourly rate is given to us in the question as 2.5, and the question says that this hourly rate is same for all the three departments, right? We are given these figures 10, 12, 8, so we can calculate the number of hours for each department, right? 10,000 divided by 2.5, 12,000 divided by 2.5, 8,000 divided by 2.5. So we can calculate the number of hours. Sir, why we have calculated this number of hours? You will get to know. I'll tell you why we have calculated this number of hours, right? So direct wages is there, plus I'll add chargeable expenses. I'll add chargeable expenses here. And what is the value of chargeable expenses given to us? That is 4,000, special store items, right? 4,000. From here, what we will get is prime cost. That is 1,84,000. Any doubts up till this point? Right? This is the actual figures that we are creating. Now, come to the overheads. Add overheads. Overheads are again for three departments, department X, Y and Z. The values are given to us 5, 9 and 2. 5,000, 9,000 and 2,000, right? Now we say that we have absorbed overheads on the basis of labor hours, right? So that means this 5,000 overheads have been incurred for how many labor hours? So labor hours we have calculated here. That is why we calculated the labor hours. To identify that overheads of that department are incurred for how many hours? 4,000 hours, right? For Y, 9,000 is the amount of overheads have been incurred for how many hours? For 48 hours, right? And for Z, 2,000 overheads have been incurred for how many hours? 3,200 hours. Any doubts in this point? Sir, we are absorbing overheads on the basis of labor hours. So that means the 5,000 overheads that we have incurred is for 4,000 hours that we have calculated here. That is why we calculated the total hours, labor hours in the particular department, right? Now, if 5,000 overheads have been incurred for 4,000 hours, can you tell me the rate per hour? Can you tell me the rate per hour, sir? Sir, 5,000 divided by 4,000, that will give me 1.25. Similarly, 9,000 divided by 4,800, that will give me 1.875. Similarly, 2,000 divided by 3,200, that will give me 0.625. So what we have calculated is the overhead absorption rate per hour, right? So this is what? This is my overhead absorption rate per hour. Any doubts in this point? Now this is the major point of this question, right? First we identified the total labor hours in a particular department. Then on the basis of those labor hours, we have calculated the overhead absorption rate per hour. Clear? So the total overheads are how much? 11 and 5, 16,000, right? And from here, what you will get is the total works cost. You will get works cost, that is 2 lakh. Any doubts up till this point? Right? Now, what else is given to us? The selling expenses are given to us as 20,000, right? I'll add selling expenses. Add selling expenses, that is 20,000. Right? From selling expenses, that is 2,20,000 is the total figure. What is this called as? This is called as cost of sales, and you are given the value of what? You are given the value of sales. You are given the value of sales as 2,50,000, right? That is given in the question, 2,50,000. So you can easily calculate the profit from here. What is my profit? That is my balancing figure, 30,000. Right? So this is the actual cost sheet that we have prepared based on the basis of actual data. What is the most important part here is the calculation of hours and the calculation of overhead absorption rate per hour. That is very, 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 very important. Now what you have to do is, now the company says that you have to redraw this job cost sheet, this cost sheet that is provided by the shop floor supervisor. You have to redraw it, right? You have to identify what are the discrepancies in this and you have to redraw it. Okay. We said, yes, sir, we are the professionals. This is our job. We will definitely do it. No issues in this, right? Then how we are going to redraw it? Let's see. Let's prepare the cost sheet now. Job cost sheet for job 421. Right, particulars and amount. Right, sir. So first we are going to take direct material. Now direct material is correctly given to us. There is not going to be any change in the direct material. That is 70 rupees. No issue, sir. We will take 70 rupees. Right. Then we are going to take direct wages. Right. Direct wages for department X, Y and Z. Right. How many hours in each department you are given? The total value is given correct. 45 is correct. Right. 864. 8 hours multiplied by 2.5, right? Then 6 hours multiplied by 2.5 and 4 hours multiplied by 2.5. Simple, right? So this is 20, 15 and 10. Total is 45. This is absolutely correct. No issues in that, right? Add chargeable expenses. Add chargeable expenses, that is given to as 5. That is also correct. Now from here what we get is the prime cost. Prime cost, that is 120. Now up till this point the supervisor was absolutely correct, right? Now the next point is add overheads. Add overheads. Now overheads are to be taken for each department, right? X, Y and Z. Now this is where he committed the mistake. He has directly taken 1.3%, whereas we as the chartered accountants or the cost accountants, what we are going to take is, we are going to absorb the overheads on the basis of labor hours. Now can you tell me, for this particular job, what are the labor hours in each department? Sir, 8 hours, 6 hours and 4 hours. Anybody has any issues with this thing? What I have done is, I have written the labor hours available in each department for this particular job, that is job 521, right? 8 hours, 6 hours and 4 hours. This is given to us in the question. Now, sir, we have to multiply it with the overhead absorption rate. The overhead absorption rate is what we calculated in this actual data. This one, this part. This is the overhead absorption rate that we are going to use to calculate the actual amount of overheads absorbed, right? So that is 1.25. So what we are going to take is multiplied by 1.25, right? 1.875 for department Y and 0.625 for department Z, right? So this is why it is important to calculate the actual data, and we have used that data to calculate the amount of overheads. Now this value is going to be 10, then 11.25, and then 2.50. Clear? So the total is going to be 23.75. Any doubts? So from here, what we are going to get is the works cost. That is 143.75, right? Now, what else he has taken? Sir, he has taken nothing else. He says direct wages, direct labor, overheads, total cost, end of the question. But if you check the actual data, there were selling expenses also. So sir, that means for this particular job also, we must have incurred some selling expenses. So we have to take the selling expenses here. Add selling expenses. But sir, problem is that we do not know any rate. We do not know what is the selling expenses for this particular job. Then how we are going to calculate the selling expenses? Now this is another important point of this question. How we are going to calculate the selling expenses? See, here you have selling expenses of 20,000. Can you calculate the selling expenses absorption rate? If you are asked to calculate the selling overheads absorption rate, so on what basis you can calculate the selling overheads absorption rate? Sir, there is no other figure, right? So we can calculate it on the basis of this works cost. Right? If my works cost is 2 lakh, what will be the value of my selling expenses? 20,000, right? So 20,000 divided by 2 lakh multiplied by 100, right? So that means my selling expenses are 10% of works cost. Now this is based on assumption because we do not have any other cost. We normally do not take it on the prime cost, right? Either works cost, or if you have cost of production, or if you have cost of goods sold. So it is about that also. In this question, the last cost that we had was the works cost, right? So we have calculated it on the works cost. That means my selling expenses are 10% of works cost, right? So in this question, if we apply this, we say the selling expenses are 10% of 143.75. Any doubts? 143.75, that is my selling expenses. That comes to 14.38. So that this will give me the total cost. That is 158.13. Now, what about the profit and the sales, sir? The sales figure is not given to you, but there is an information that is given to you regarding the profit. Read the question carefully. The last line says add 20% to the total cost to determine the selling price. That is 20% is my profit. So profit at the rate of 20%. That comes to 31.63. So my total sales value for this particular job is 189.75. Any doubts? I hope this is clear, right? Sir, these kind of questions are very important from examination point of view. Clear? So you should be clear with the small things, that why we have calculated the hours, why we have calculated the overhead absorption rate, right? So you should be very careful with these small things. In the very beginning, I told you that this job cost sheet seems to be very simple, but when we are into the questions, into the practical part, then there are technical things in this, right? Then you should be very careful. A very technical question can be asked. Clear? So we are done with question number 2. This is complete. Now in the next lecture, we'll do question number 3 and complete this chapter, right? And what you have to do is you have to practice the questions from the ICI study mat and KSJ handbooks. So you have to practice the questions from both. Right, sir? So question number 3, which is again a very good question. This is what we are going to take up in the next lecture, right? So see you guys in the next lecture. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much.